Well guys, I got the tiny house looking pretty cleaned up here so far. Got rid of a lot of stuff out of here. Just trying to do my best. My dad brought back over the generator I gave him. So yeah, I just put it there for now. He didn't really need it because we have his trailer got its own solar now. So I'll have to go over and show you guys that little setup. It's nothing major, but it's useful to us. It's raining. It's been raining a lot today. It's my birthday. It's Friday. I'm staying over at the tiny house, and we've caught a whack ton of water, guys. We are sitting at closing in on 80 gallons of water. No leaks in the tiny house, which I love. Finally. I don't know how much sleep I'm gonna get because I don't know how long this rain's gonna go like this all night. You'll hear this sound on the roof every time it rains. So I'll just turn the TV up. That's normally how I do that. So this was a really crappy solar day today. I'll go show you what we're at, but it's basically torrential downpours most of the day, and the weathermen were totally off on the numbers on that. So we're down to 13.919 volts, and we're getting 0.65 amps in. The battery bank is topped off with sand and power, as much as it can do right now. And I brought some Coke and water over for the fridge for later tonight. Gonna get me some dinner. I'm gonna have some pizza for my birthday. So I'm gonna get to enjoying that and maybe put on a movie. Since I don't have the vaccines or any vaccines, I can't really do much. And this is my big birthday over here. My brother was down though today visiting, and we had postponed our Thanksgiving dinner so when he was down, which was nice. Everybody ate well, and it was really good. And then we watched the new Halloween movie, which was good. So yeah, liked it, and there'll be another episode, of course. So yeah, that's it for now, guys. I'll shoot some more video for you later on. Hey everybody, Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House. Was at the Dollar Tree doing a run, and saw this 2-pack Cobb headlamp. Includes 6 AAA batteries included. 2 of these for $1.25. So obviously I picked one up. I could have cleaned them out and resold these online for $10 a hit or whatever, but I didn't have time because I was on a run during work to get some Sharpies, and picked up half a dozen there. So let's check this out. Imported, made in China. I don't know how they can do this. This is $1.25 for 2 of these. Let's open it up and see what they're like. Alright guys, so I ripped in the back a little bit here. First thing I did was I grabbed the instructions, and right here, dry location use only. There's a big red flag. So these lights are not waterproof. Remove battery, blah blah blah. Slide switch, press high-low, strobe off. Do not mix and match batteries. So let's check one of these out. See if I can pull it out of there. Okay. There's the pull tab. Obviously, I got to pull that to activate the batteries. Now, I'm doing this one-handed, so give me a second here. Okay, I gotta actually open it up to pull that tab out of there. All right. So let's take a look. Oh, very, very bright. Wow. Strobe effect. High, low, and strobe. That's pretty amazing, guys, for $1.25. I really don't know how they can do it, but the shelf that could contain these was almost empty, so I grabbed one when I saw that deal. That was a screaming deal. 2 of those. Batteries included, which you never see, for $1.25. $1.25 would pay for the batteries alone. That's crazy. Eye glow. Pretty crazy find at the Dollar Tree, guys, here locally. If you guys found a screaming deal at your local Dollar Tree, feel free to drop it in the comments below, because you got to be always on the lookout for these screaming deals. And you know, they're few and far between sometimes, but when you see them, load up. Like, if I had the day off or something and had the time and money to clean out the rack of these, I would have, and then just sold these back online for like $10 a hit, something like that. Crazy good deal. So other than not being waterproof, I could see that, but there is ways to fix that. Obviously you could make some epoxy and epoxy the seam, but then you couldn't get into your batteries right here, battery compartment. Or you could just get a buy some O-rings or make an O-ring kit for this thing to make it waterproof. The batteries seem to fall out pretty easily out of this thing, so definitely got to do some tinkering to make this a waterproof item. But if you just keep it indoors in your house in case of an emergency, that'd be decent enough. Not too shabby. Even the batteries are iGlow brand. That's crazy. Interesting. Cool find, guys. Cool find at the Dollar Tree. Hey guys, Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House. Batteries are $13.29. I'm running this heater to warm up the tiny house. Electric heater works good. It's pulling pretty heavy down on the battery power, but it is what it is. So I got the tiny place looking pretty good. Not too shabby. This is my final night here at the Off-Grid Tiny House this year at this location, and I'll tell you more about that later on in another video. But I had to drain all my tanks. They are drained. What I have to do next is open up the drains for the sink and shower and get all the water out of there, and that'll be good to go. Yeah, my chimney's in here. Can't use the stove because this place is going to be moved. Got to change locations at the Off-Grid Tiny House. Sucks badly, but and my rent is going up like everything else around the world. So that's what I'm dealing with. So I'm going to enjoy my last night here at the tiny house. It's October the 22nd, Friday, 2021, and this is it. There's a lot of projects left undone, and it's going to stay like that for a while because of the situation. But I'll explain later on more about that later. I'm going to try to film the move of the tiny house and get that on camera for you guys. So bed's made, heat's on. I can't have a wood stove going, so worst comes to worst, I'm going to take this little heater guy, this LED light, and put it under the covers with me if need be, because I can't run this all night even though it's throwing off some decent heat. And then the ceiling fan's knocking that heat right back down up towards the bed. Batteries are holding strong, 13.30 volts. And I only need minimum amount of power for tonight for entertainment. And then the inverter's going to get shut off. So just warming it up a tad. I may even light some candles, light that candle up, get some heat in here somewhat. We will see. But a lot going on, guys. I've been super busy at work. Had very little time here other than the mad dash scramble to get the place ready to be uprooted, which is no fun. It is so difficult to find my own property locally here where I'm at. It's pitiful, and I can't really do anything about that because I'm not giving up my day job in search of property way out in the boonies somewhere. Not gonna happen because I still need to make a living, pay for all this stuff. So is what it is. Other than that, we'll talk to you guys later. Alright, this is a walkthrough of the off-grid tiny house. Now I moved a lot of the items inside the tiny house that were mounted on the outside, like the aerial, the Starlink high-speed internet, obviously the wood stove chimney. The propane tanks are at another location but can be put in here. This is basically the bathroom area. We have 500 gallons total of rain catchment on this unit. The water comes in off the roof through this pipe, drops down, and currently I have the bypass open, which means all the water goes back outside. But if you're in a permanent location, you close that valve. That's just a bypass if you ever had to use it. And then so once that's closed, water will back up and go through this filter, which is upside down for today for transport, and then it will go down into the bottom tank. Now there's a 12 volt pump down here that pumps this water in this tank up to this tank, which then gravity feeds over to the sink and so on and so forth. Now the on-demand unit that gives the hot water, there's all the gas connections are here, will be mounted up here. Got to replumb in water to it. There's holes for exhaust fans if later on. There's the shower, spin dryer, washer, and smaller spin dryer, all run off the solar. We got the barrel stove that basically cooks me out of here. Anywhere in Canada this will cook you out of. I had to sleep with windows open in the dead of winter in Ontario, Canada with that. So lots of windows. Everything in here you see comes with it. Propane generator I'm throwing in. Ash vacuum for cleaning out the stove. This is a propane mini stove with oven. And back here we have the bedroom area, entertainment area. So TV, fan, blinds. The on-demand hot water tank is in here, as well as some other items for the air conditioning and a pump. There's the Starlink stuff and water filters. And in here is all the manuals and warranties for everything in the tiny house. The fridge slash freezer. This is just the little dryer heater unit you can use as a heater, electric heater, as well as drying clothes with. Out off the spin dryer. Here's the lithium iron phosphate battery bank. Normally it's covered up by the sandbags, but for this purpose of videoing, there it is. And the inverter, the solar, everything like that. Hey guys, Rob following the off-grid tiny house as it's being transported. Unfortunately, I should tell you the story as it's being transported here. Me and my dad and the rest of the people on this lot have been removed from the lot because of the insurance company. They only want the company's who own this property to be on here. So the insurance company shafted the landlord heavily, so he's out a whole ton of money from us, the renters here. So I had to find a quick spot to find a spot for the off-grid tiny house. So we reached out to a friend and they're willing to help us out. Though my rent is going up from $50 a month to $75 a month, which isn't too bad. But this all started, I think it's October the 24th actually, if I'm correct. I'm not sure, pretty sure. But anyways, this all started, guys, basically because the week of my birthday, the Monday, I got to the tiny house to do my usual, get some work done, and then guess what? We got the big news from the landlord. He came right over and told us. Now my dad wasn't there, I was there, and that was just fun and fine and dandy. So yeah, not good. So I was kind of pretty stressed out because I had to move and dismantle a bunch of stuff all within a short amount of time. But here we are now, getting moved. So pretty unfortunate turn of events, I gotta say. So I'm just gonna follow him out. We're going out into the country, so there you go. We're getting out of the city and going from there. So I'll see you guys on the road a bit. Save the camera battery. Alrighty guys, back on the road into the country here, and everything seems to be going pretty smooth. Had a little bit of water jump out of my rain catchment tray there, but that was only a one-time deal because of a bump or so. I was more concerned about the rattling inside with the plumbing connections on the IBC totes, because there's no water in them right now, so they're decently light, and you know, maybe I should have kept a little water in the bottom of the one just to have some weight down there to hold things in place, but it is what it is. So far so good. Once this guy's dropped off, we're gonna go get my dad's trailer, and unfortunately he's been kicked off as well as everybody else. So the landlord was pretty pissed because he liked us, because we always paid on time and we helped him out whenever. So he can't do much because the insurance company has him bent over a barrel, and go figure, right? So I will be shooting video from the new location eventually. I just want to get everything settled in, get the new landlord paid, and on and on and on and so forth. I don't think he'll be any trouble, but he did say we are just a short-term contract till spring. So we'll see. It's going to be a little touch and go with the off-grid tiny house for a while, to see if I can get some property or find a new place or whatever. It is what it is, folks. So kind of rough news, bad news, because I had a pretty good setup where I was, and then of course the government comes in, aka insurance companies, and gives a bunch of BS. And I think this is the problem with a lot of people who want to get off the grid and get maybe a tiny house or whatever. These insurance companies are just absolutely brutal. The insurance companies are there to protect themselves beyond anybody else. So it's pretty sad. I'm not sure the future plans, guys, but stay tuned to the channel, because I'm going to have updates as we go here. And I appreciate everybody's helping me out on Patreon, because even though it's not a whole lot of money on Patreon, it gets me over the edge between that and the YouTube money. So not anymore though, because of the new rent price. So I'll be up at $75 a month, so that'll be kind of nasty, but is what it is. So it's the long it's the long trudge with the off-grid tiny house. He's hitting the road for the first time in quite a few years. The lights work, everything works on it. The brakes are good and everything. He's got a nice new paint job. We threw a dealer plate on just to make everything legal. And I obviously took everything down except for the solar panels up on the roof there. And they're pretty much, they're solid as a rock up there because we got them coated. They're not only fastened with screws, but they're coated with that elasto plastic membrane that fixed the roof leaks. So yeah, quite a job. Alrighty guys, so I'll get back to you in a little bit here. Guys, tiny house is in its home for a while till the spring. I gotta get out of here. Well guys, we just pulled out of the old lot for the last time. This is my dad's trailer we're taking now. My trailer went fairly decent actually, all the way there. So I'll report back from you on the road once we hit the country here a little bit. Well guys, we're on the country road. My dad's trailer in tow. Officially gone from the lot we were at for many years. Sad to go because it uprooted us when we were just making some serious headway. You know, the tiny house and my dad's trailer here too as well. We spent a lot of time there at either one over the last 2 years because we couldn't go anywhere. We had lots of time on our hands and worked our buns off to get things kind of organized and looking nice in each one. So kind of a shame we got uprooted, but just the wonders of insurance companies. A lot of BS is what it is. Anyways, yeah, so they're gonna be parking this bad boy just next to my trailer, the off-grid tiny house, and we're there till April. I talked to the landlord when we did the first drop off here, and that is the situation. So I will give you guys more updates as I find out what's going to be happening. And hope everybody's doing good, and thanks for the support again. Kind of a big deal with everything going on.